Hey everyone, Mark over here at Twanger's Turntable. Hope you're all doing well. I just posted a video a little while ago there, and in the description I'd mentioned I was hoping to get it back on here and do another video or two this weekend. This is one that had been in my queue, been wanting to do for a little while. I watched the video by Larry Graves. He's the Canadian Stud Muffin, as everybody knows. If you're into good quality entertainment. Is that how he puts it? I don't know. There's only one Larry, so I can't be Larry. But go over and check out his channel if you haven't already. I think there's probably very few who have not, because I think he was up to, oh God, he's got to be, I don't even know how many subscribers Larry's got over there. Quite a few. So in any event, what this is, I'll read off the rules. The contest rules. Watch this video fully. Listen back to an album from the past that you never cared much for. Do a new review of it. Come back here and post a link to the video. And have your video posted in the comment section before the 26th. 26th? Wow, that's tomorrow. For some reason I thought it was the 27th, but we're still under the wire here. Draw for the winner will be held in a live chat soon after. You must be a subscriber to his channel, Larry's channel, which I have been for a while. And your video title must include When I'm 65 Contest. So first and foremost, happy birthday, Larry, for your 65th. And yeah, so there was a few that came to mind. As Larry had mentioned, one of those was, I mean, I could think of anything post-80s by Ozzy. I know when it came out, I wouldn't have cared for it much. I've since maybe grown more to liking it, some more than others. Some I still am not a huge fan of. But one that came to mind almost immediately, and I did have to think about this in terms of when it came out. It came out in 1994. Wow, I should have done a little more research on this, eh? The album in question here, yes, it was 1994. And it's the Tragically Hip, Day for Night. So for me, I loved all the early Tragically Hip. And by today's standards, this is considered early hip. Oh, and one of the parts that I think I saw Larry doing is I'm supposed to hold up my hand and saying, I swear that I've listened to this album. In fact, in the last couple of weeks, I've listened to it several times. But when this came out in 94, it followed one of my favorite hip albums is Fully Completely. I love all their early discography, Up to Here, Road Apples, Fully Completely, even their debut. This, to me, was kind of a departure from that. And in hindsight, it's a good departure. But it was a departure from their straightforward rock, blues-based, borderline hard rock on some occasions, but definitely not so, dare I say, Canadiana. Like Fully Completely, for those who know the hip, was completely Canadiana. And in fact, to go back to that album, that was the album they had hoped to break in the US, and they never did. And I think, sadly, even after only about a week or two of promoting that album in the States, the record label stopped promoting it in the States. It just didn't get any traction. So they refocused a little bit when they recorded this album. And Larry may appreciate a good Canadian act. I don't remember where Larry is from. I think he's from Trenton or somewhere around there. But the Hip are from Kingston, which is only about an hour and a half from where I'm at. 2 hours at most. I'm not even sure. But this was a departure from their Fully Completely sound, and more of a darker, and it's based on that story, Day for Night. That's where the title comes from. But this was a great album. But when it came out, I just never really appealed to me. It was much darker. I don't know how to do a real review on this. All I know is that now when I listen to it, and it has been this way for a while, but re-listening to this, every track on here is stellar from start to finish. It opens up with a song called Grace 2, and proceeds to go into Daredevil, which is a little faster of a tune. Grace 2 is kind of a slow, dark tune, and then Daredevil speeds up a little bit. Greasy Jungle, Yawning or Snarling, Fire in the Hole, another faster one. So Hard Done By, Nautical Disaster. It's kind of a, it almost has to be listened to appreciate it. I'm certainly not a journalist. Don't do reviews. Usually it's not something I do. It's not big on the things that I sit, and I can usually find something appealing to anything I listen to. But I digress. So I'm not going to review it per se. I'll just give you a listing of the songs on here and how when I first listened to any of these songs, none of them really were all that appealing to me. But Nautical Disaster, that one always stood out to me as a killer tune, but it wasn't enough to make up for the entire album. Then it's followed by Thugs, Inevitability of Death, Scared, which is a great tune. Oh, just an amazing tune. Inch an Hour, they're all great tunes. Emergency, Titanic Terrarium, Impossibilium. I don't even know if I said, yeah, Impossibilium. Right here, this is a really shiny, this is the Abbey Road remaster, half-speed mastering from 2019, what am I saying? 2019. So yeah, it's hard to read if there's one, I guess, complaint I have about this particular release, it's hard to read some of it because of the shiny silver backing on it. It's got the official mastering certificate, Abbey Road mastering certificate, and it is a double record, 2 vinyl. And yeah, it is one of those albums that I absolutely love it now. It's right up there as one of my favorites by The Hip. In fact, I would probably choose this over. I don't know if I could possibly rank them, but it would be Up to Here, Road Apples, Fully Completely, followed by this out of their entire discography. At this point, that changes. It's similar to the old saying that my favorite one is the one I'm listening to right now. But this one holds up, and such a great idea for a contest, Larry, because yeah, as you were saying, there are so many albums I listened to that maybe 30 years ago, 40 years ago, not only did I not give the time of day, but even the ones I did listen to that were by artists that I really liked were not that, didn't move the needle much for me. This one is one such instance where Day for Night, I bought this when it came out on cassette. I should have pulled up the cassette because I still have it. Those are the type of things I don't get rid of typically, unless I'm doing a purge of stuff that, well, typically I don't. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, this is my choice for albums that when it first came out just never did a lot for me aside from maybe 1 or 2 tracks, but now I have to say every track on here is a killer track. It's a solid 10 out of 10 album for me, and if you've not heard it, I would recommend definitely giving it a spin. I know some of my friends in the community who are maybe in the US are not as familiar with the Tragically Hip, and certainly maybe not this album. And it's, if I was introducing somebody to the Hip, I would probably start with Up to Here, because I think it's a really good rocking album. This would be in on the short list as well, though. Day for Night, Fully Completely, Up to Here. Road Apples is great too. They're all great. What am I saying? But anyway, this is my choice, Larry, and great contest. Again, happy 65th birthday. So glad that I've been a subscriber to your channel. Lots of great content. I really enjoy it. I'll leave it at that. jump on this contest, everybody. You still got until tomorrow to do it. And let us know your thoughts. Comment below. Go over to Larry's channel. Subscribe if you have not already. And yeah, thanks for watching. I do appreciate all of you, new and returning viewers. I'll see you again next time here on Twanger's Turntable. Cheers, everyone. Take care.